chair of the Community Center Committee. He's going to talk to you a little bit about the history of the Community Center and its current status. Bill.
Thank you, Terry. And thank you all for being here tonight. At approximately the same time or during much of the time when the library was studying its needs, back approximately 2000, 2001, town government, the Irondequoit Council of the Chamber of Commerce, and a group called the Irondequoit Partnership began discussions and looking at the needs and the possibilities for a community center for the town. Other towns, as you know, were either already had community centers or were considering and talking about building community centers. And at this time, that discussion led to a questionnaire that was underwritten by town government and prepared by the Irondequoit Partnership. That questionnaire was sent, as soon as I get the right clicker here, that questionnaire was sent to all 22,000 parcels in the town of Irondequoit. And the purpose of that was to determine what the people of Irondequoit would want in a community center. That was its design, and that was its purpose. What would the people want? Over 42,000 responses came in from that survey. If you have any sense of statistics, that's an amazing response. It's almost a 20%, 1 in 5 people who received that survey returned it. Just very briefly, let's look at the nature of the people who responded, because it gives you a tremendous spread in our community. Years at their address, 59% over 10 years. Home ownership, 92%. From zip codes 09, 23%. 17, 53%. 22, 22%. Household composition, the age of the respondents. In other words, not only was it a widely responded to survey, but it truly did capture the community. From all portions of the community, from all ages of the community, and from all conditions. People with families, people who had raised and educated their families, young people, high school students. Numbers of them responded to the survey. And the answer they gave us was that of all the amenities that were potentially listed, the top 10 amenities that people wished to see in a community center were listed there. Senior activities, aerobic exercise capabilities, a weight room, lap pool, youth activities, meeting rooms, card rooms, daycare facility, kitchen facilities, and a children's pool and a gymnasium type. Based upon the results of that questionnaire, of that survey, with what the people of the community would want, town government authorized studies, feasibility studies, design studies, and financial studies of 3 specific sites. Those sites were the town hall grounds, what was at that time called the Irondequoit Mall, now the Medley Center, and the Kings Park area on South Kings Highway. After all of that study and after all those numbers were crunched, a consensus was reached by the town board in approximately 2004 and 2005 that at that time, the town's financial situation would not enable a decision to begin construction and that decision would have to hold for anywhere from 18 to 24 months before the town would be able to be in a position to consider a community center's construction, at which point the bond and indebtedness of the community would have begun to ease. In 2006, town government called for a community forum, such as tonight, to again discuss issues of a community center and what the community would want. And last year, this month, in this room, we had a very large meeting with a lot of response, with a lot of discussion, numbers of people. And what I'd like to do now is to introduce my co-chair for this effort, Mr. Ron Cooper, who will describe what's happened from that point to tonight in the past year. Ron?
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much.